track and field. Can y'all tell this is one of my favorite places? I know I talked about going on E and I talked about passing the baton. This week, I want to talk about your gifts. Because I was listening to this guy one time and he was telling me that everybody has gifts. Everybody has different gifts. And while he was talking, I'm like, yeah, everybody except me. You know what I'm saying? I can't do nothing. I can't play basketball. I don't play an instrument. I can't sing. I don't dance. I'm like, everybody got gifts except for me. But he persisted. He said, everyone has gifts and you need to identify your gift. So he said that whatever comes easy to you and is difficult for other people, that's probably your gift. So I went and sat down long after he had given his speech, and I got a piece of paper and I got in a real quiet place and I just started asking myself, Vino, what are your gifts? What are your gifts? What are you good at? Okay, what comes easy to you but is more difficult for other people? So I'm like, all right, I like reading. I'm like, okay, write it down. You like reading. And I'm like, but everybody can read, Vino. I'm like, no. Everybody can't read. You remember your homeboy? You know what I'm saying? Y'all was almost grown and he tried to keep it low key, but you found out that he couldn't read. So that's a gift. And not only can you read, you enjoy reading. You will take a big, thick book that most people are intimidated by, and you'll read the whole thing. And not only will you read it, you'll comprehend it. So reading is definitely one of your gifts. Wrote it down. I'm like, what else? Okay, I like writing. Not only do I have like beautiful handwriting, yo, ever since elementary school and to this day, people see my handwriting, they be like, yo, you write like a girl. And I'm like, thank you so much. You know, but whether it's in cursive or print, like I really enjoy writing. And not only do I enjoy writing, you know, neat and beautiful handwriting, I enjoy writing creatively. I enjoy putting thoughts on paper. I enjoy writing stories. I enjoy creative writing. That's just something that I like doing. I'm like, that's a gift. I'm like, all right, what else? All right, Vino, you like to learn. You know, that doesn't come easy for a lot of people. You learn very, very well. You pick up on it easily. And a lot of people don't do that. So that's definitely a gift of yours. And I just want everyone to just take the time to think about that. Like, get a piece of paper, find a quiet place, and think of some things that you're gifted at and put it on paper. The second thing I want to talk about is don't discount your gift, don't disregard your gift, don't set your gift aside. Because sometimes we look at all of these other people's gifts and we can't even see ours. We see all of these other people doing things and we start to feel down on ourselves. At least that's how I used to feel. You know, I can remember vividly, I used to be in my neighborhood and I would always keep a little book on me. Whether it was like a Goosebumps book, a R.L. Stein book, a Donald Goines book, I always kept a book on me because I enjoy reading. And when it ain't nothing else to do, guess what? I'm going to pull out my book and I'm going to start reading. And I remember one of my homeboys, I was always the youngest out of the group. I remember one of my homeboys like, yo, what you doing with that book, man? You better get that book up out of here, man. Like, oh, man, Vino a nerd, man. Look at him. He over here reading books and stuff. Man, don't bring that up out here, bro. Like you better go to school or something. Like, don't be coming out here with no books, man. And you know what? I felt I wanted to be accepted so bad that I felt bad for wanting to read. And from that point on, I stopped bringing books with me. I started hanging out on the block. I started doing what they were doing because I wanted to be accepted. I started hanging around them, and whatever was acceptable to them is what I did. And I basically hid the fact that I was smart because it wasn't cool to be smart. It was kind of lame, as a matter of fact. And I didn't want to be labeled no nerd. I'm like, I'm down. I'm about that action. I'm about whatever. I can do whatever y'all can do. And I kind of hid the fact that I enjoy learning. You know, and that's one of my gifts. And man, like, now that I think about it, it's like if I would have just stayed in that gift and manifested that gift and not let these people just basically put it on my heart to hide my gift or disregard my gift or discount my gift, it ain't no telling where I would be, man. And something that I think about is that person who said that, you know what? They probably had problems learning. they probably had problems in school. And so they decided to tear me down in order to build themselves up and try to make me feel bad. You know what I'm saying? Because they didn't understand. They didn't like reading. They didn't like going to school. They got bad grades. So guess what? I accepted their opinions. And yo, man, make sure you do not disregard or discount your gift. I'm going to tell y'all one more story, then I'm going to get on up out of here. One of my gifts that I also wrote down on my paper was that I have athleticism. I'm an athlete, you know, because any sport, I enjoy doing it. You know, I have no problem with it. But, you know, I might not be, you know what I'm saying, the best basketball player. I might not be the best football player. As a matter of fact, when I was at Glen Mills, they made us try out for every single sport. And I just knew I was going to make the basketball team, and I got cut. I tried out for football, I got cut. I tried out for wrestling, I got cut. I got tried out for swimming, and I got cut. Finally, I tried out for track and field, for distance track. I tried out for sprinting, and I got cut. And then on the distance, I tried out, and my thing was, whatever you do, Vino, don't stop running. It's other people who gonna stop. Just don't stop running. Just keep running, all right? And guess what? I made the team. But I started to discount what I was capable of. I'm like, man, I don't want to be no cross-country runner. I want to be a sprinter. I want to be a basketball player. I want to be a football player. They got all the juice. You know what I'm saying? Man, no cross-country runner, no distance runner ain't got no juice. As a matter of fact, people like, yo, you running cross-country? Like, y'all be running too far. Y'all be running way too long. Y'all be running in your little shorts. Like, man, and you know what? I started to discount my gift. I'm like, man, I don't want to run. I don't want to do this. Where? I don't see nobody, no cross-country runners getting glory. You feel what I'm saying? But you know what? I continued to run, and I was made the captain of the team. And man, I can remember going to meets and watching the sprinters. The sprinters got all the girls. You know what I'm saying? I remember going to basketball games. Like they got all the clout, all the juice. And the cross-country runners and the sprinters, they don't get no love. They don't get no love. And just in my mind, I just used to think like, man, this ain't nothing, man. You know what? I'm just doing this because I have to, you know, and I'm kind of good at it. But I didn't see it as a gift. And I remember one time they was like, yo, we about to go to Penn Relays. And I'm like, yo, what's Penn Relays? I'm from Michigan, but I'm way in Pennsylvania going to Glen Mills School. I'm like, yo, what's Penn Relays? They like, oh, bruh, Penn Relays, it's going to be all kind of schools there. Yo, they got a track, it curve on the side. It's going to be on a college campus. Like, man, it's going to be beautiful. Like, Brantley, you're going to love it. You're going to love it. And right before we went to Penn Relays, something happened with my foot. And I remember I was running one day and my foot just started hurting. And I got x-rays and everything and they couldn't find nothing. Finally, they told me like, you have what's called a hairline fracture. You have a hairline fracture, a stress fracture. Basically, you broke your foot. And it's real thin and we can't even see it on the x-ray. So I couldn't even run. And I remember going to Penn Relays and I couldn't run, y'all. Like all I could do was watch. And it was beautiful as they said it was, man. There was so many teams there. And I was just like, all I could do was encourage my team. And I remember quietly going off to the side and I just started crying. I'm crying. And I'm thinking to myself, like, what you crying for? And I'm like, man, I want to run. I want to run. My team need me out there. And I want to compete. Like, I want to run, and I can't run. My foot is messed up. And I was like, I thought you ain't like cross country. I thought this was a little punk sport. And you over here crying about it? And that's when I just realized that, you know what? I love this. I don't care what nobody got to say about it. I love it. I love running. The marathon continues. You feel what I'm saying? These sprinters, they done real quick. You know what? You have endurance. You got stamina. When they stop, you still going. You like the Energizer Bunny out here. You feel me? And I remember when my foot got better and I got back on that track, man, I was a beast. Couldn't nobody mess with me. Couldn't nobody beat me in practice. And I was coming for everybody who was gunning at the meets. I was coming for all of the top people. I started doing research. I started learning about Alan Webb and how he broke the 4-minute mile when he was still in high school. And I was like, yo, this is it right here. And you good at this. You can do something with this. You was discounting this. You was setting this aside because of what other people thought. So don't let other people's opinions define who you are. Look, I need you to identify your gift. Don't disregard your gift. And I need you to work in your gift. I need you to work on your skills. And I don't care what nobody got to say. Whether you playing an instrument, whether you like to dance, whether you like to sing. I don't care if people call it corny. You know what? That's your purpose. That's your gift. It was given to you freely. And you bring something to the world that nobody else can bring. So that's all that I have for y'all this week. I'm talking about gifts, y'all. Identify your gift. Don't disregard your gift. And I need you to work on your gift. Thank you for listening. Until next time.